You're listening to the Simplify Business with Brinie podcast. I help simplify frustratingly boring business strategies for creative business owners. Listen in each week as I share bite-sized business tips designed to educate, empower, and help you reclaim the passion in your creative business. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Simplify Business with Brinie podcast. This week, I'm talking all about marketing your creative business. Now, I know that for a lot of you, and guys, I hear this a lot, marketing just takes up too much time and you don't have time to do it because you're busy doing other things. So I'm going to break this down, but this week's episode is all about how to market your creative business in 10 minutes a day or less. Okay, so grab a pen, grab some paper, and let's get into it. So these are the top tips I give anybody who I might meet in the street or who might book an appointment with me, right? Always the same content that I give when they tell me that they're time poor in terms of marketing their creative businesses. So the first things first is I need to check, number one, that you actually understand who your product or service is for. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that topic now because I actually have a podcast topic on that. It's podcast episode number 24. It is, again, only 10 minutes. You know I like to get to the point. And it is my terribly embarrassing story that articulates exactly why you need to have an ideal customer, because your product or service is not for everyone. And I find when I unpack marketing with a lot of people, the reason it takes so much time and energy is because people are wasting their time and energy because they don't have an ideal client. And this is where it all falls flat. Now, if you don't have an ideal client, and I know for a lot of you tell me that you don't want to have one, and I get in theory, but that's not how marketing works. So if you don't have an ideal client, you are trying to market to everyone. And that is where you're setting yourself up to fail, because you can't market to everyone in the whole wide world in 10 minutes a day. Okay? But you can definitely market to your ideal customer. You can definitely do that in 10 minutes. All right? I hope that's stuck with a few of you. You need that ideal client. Okay, number two, I get it. You're really time poor. And for a lot of people, they fixate on social media to grow their business. Now, I'm not a big fan of marketing solely on social media. I have my own story on that. You definitely need to be marketing in other channels. But if you are fixated on social media, I will still help. I can still help you out. But what I want you to do is just pick one social media platform, okay? Don't be on Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook. That's crazy. Pick one platform if you're time poor. And I don't mean, listen carefully, I don't mean pick the platform that you want to use. Okay, and this is why you need to understand your ideal customer, like I said in point one. You need to pick the platform that your ideal customer uses. And if you don't know what that is, that's totally fine. Go and check out the insights on your website and see where the people are coming from. See where the hits to your website are coming from. Because you might be killing yourself posting on Instagram, but if the hits to your website are coming from Facebook, please stop what you're doing on Instagram and go and get your butt over and start marketing on Facebook. Okay, 10 minutes a day. If you can nail your ideal customer, if you can nail that social media platform, 10 minutes a day, I promise you. Go and do that task, find out where your audience is, and just pick the one platform to build on for the minute, for right now. Okay, number three. Guys, listen to me. You don't become a marketer overnight. You do have to build a habit into your business so you take these steps. Otherwise, it's going to fall into your too hard basket. And I'm going to give you 2 tricks for the habit building because this is really important to me that you guys nail this because all I want to do is see these businesses flourish from too many sales. Okay, that's the dream, right? Okay, so habit step number 1 is I want you to pick a time of day that you're going to work on your marketing. Just a 10-minute window. And I literally mean a small window. So if it's 9 a.m. till 9 a.m. till 10 past 9, great. If it's, everyone's gone to bed and it's 8 till 8:10 at night, perfect. Pick the time and then stick with it. And just know in your head, that is when I market my business. I would prefer you don't leave it till last minute, but I appreciate that maybe that's all you can do for now. And we want to use baby steps forward, okay? Now, tip number 2 on top of that is I want you to set a timer on your phone. And look, my timer's just gone off too. Like I literally have a little, my phone has started to remember whenever I set my 10-minute timer. I share tips with you that I use myself and it'll pop up with a notification. Did you want to set a 10-minute timer right now? So set a timer. No, you're not going to be marketing forever. You need to have a finite plan. You have other tasks to do. So set the timer for 10 minutes and then off you go. We need to build a habit. And you need to start changing the way you think about your business and in particular your marketing. And that comes from building a habit and sticking to it. Okay? All right. Let's move on to number 4. I promise my timer won't go off again. So number 4 is, and this one is one of my favorites, you need to use a scheduling app to automate some of your work. Okay? Because I find that a lot of the complaints I get about marketing, whenever I talk about marketing, people like to complain at me, and that's fine. I get it. I like to hear the complaints. But a lot of it is around time. And I always say, well, if you know what you're going to post during the month, why don't you just schedule it out? I am a big believer in automating and scheduling and batch creating, all that content work, all that work that you know needs to get done, that does take up time in the day, that you know helps, but that is really busy. I have 1 day a month dedicated to my scheduling and my batching and my automations. Okay, it's all done on 1 day a month. And then we go and work on other things. So I recommend using Facebook Creator Studio, or you can schedule straight from Canva. You do not need to post every day. I love scheduling. I love all things automation. So whatever you can do to make your marketing easier in your business, because it is a really important task you need to be doing, so you can't let it fall to the wayside, then do it. Okay, my last one, number 5. And number 5 is have fun with your marketing. I know it can seem really overwhelming, but at the end of the day, this is the part of your business that drives traffic to your website that ultimately results in sales. So have fun with it. It's the kind of work that gets your beautiful creative business name out in front of people, potential customers, and lets them know you exist. So if you are not actively marketing your business, if you're not actively getting your creative business out in front of people who will actually buy from you, and you're simply just posting on social media with your fingers crossed, that's not marketing. And the whole reason you have a business is to make money on your terms, right? And to make money, you've got to get your business name in front of as many people who are going to ultimately purchase from you. That is the whole point of marketing. Okay, I can feel myself getting really ranty. I'm just very passionate about this. So I'm going to leave it there. As you can tell, I do love talking about marketing. And to help you even further and to stop you focusing so solely on social media, can you get my vibe? You've got to be marketing in other places. Now I have put together a 30-day action plan to get you taking action on your marketing for your creative business. You can grab that on my website. It's businesswithbrinie.com/plan. Or there's a link straight to it in the show notes of this podcast. And it's 30 days where there are actionable tips for you to take to start actively marketing your creative business. Guys, I hope that's helped this week. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, keep doing you and keep working on your creative businesses. Bye.